Hi people, welcome to Blu UK Jazz Dance here in the Blue Lab. And I just want to say to individuals, how much information do you know, what do you know about UK Jazz Dance? Go on the web and see what you find. Now you wouldn't believe this art form began a long time ago, over 30 years old. Yeah, I'm saying one of the key things, I'm coming back at Real Talk, talking about where's the videos of the culture, the scene, the lifestyle, where the photographs, they've been hidden, they're hidden in history. And you have to know, I come from the UK. The UK is known for hiding people's history, the people that they colonialized, and people's history, ordinary people within their communities. So for example, I'm from Lancashire area as an individual. If you look up, you'll find that the ordinary people don't know their own history of the city that they live. Because you need to understand, a lot of outsiders came into the city to invest, do their own businesses, and they use the local people, and so they didn't empower the local people about they didn't empower the ordinary people in respect to they didn't empower the ordinary people in respect to the extraordinary, ingenious legacy of leadership that they brought. Yeah, so it's important for people to have an understanding of that. So one of the key things was, I am a pioneer of UK Jazz Dance, the learning, the thinking and development. I'm from Northern School, travelled up and down the country and outside the country. Very much my area, which is northwest of England, one of the most innovative, most creative individuals. A lot of the professionals come from there, who've done amazing things, made amazing things with it around the world. And my focus is leadership, and talk about leadership, the leadership traits I gained. Positive mental attitude is important for me to talk about, because what happened was, simply African Caribbeans, which I am, were stereotyped by the wider culture and wider cultures. As people weren't conscientious, their art forms led to negative behaviour. And if you have an understanding of the UK all around the world, it slated other people's cultures, debased their cultures, and people believed it because it was in documentation. They did it socially, physically, intellectually, culturally, emotionally, spiritually, politically, economically, technologically, environmentally, and legally. Do you understand? They use all these methods, and it's important for people to know. That's why stereotypes, reinforced stereotypes, are still around about Jamaicans. You hear me talk about that, like the Moors, the Jews in Britain, because of stereotypes that have been reinforced through light entertainment, very much serious, through nursery rhymes, etc. And it's important for me to talk about that in respect to today, that what happens is my focus is on dance leadership, using my own art form, UK Jazz Dance, Blu UK Jazz Dance. But for me to do that, I had to raise the prestige of it first. And I shouldn't have had to do that, because it's supposed to have been raised, and it wasn't. Most importantly, I was written out of a key book. The peers I worked with, who have an amazing legacy of leadership, were written out of the key book that was written on UK Jazz Dance scene, and they were done strategically. A lot of people written out strategically because of finance. It was written by Southern writers. Southern writers have a history of debasing Manchester, and what happens is Manchester has a history of not dealing with that. Actually, it's important for people to understand, because it's a history of people belittling the underground music dance culture. Yeah. Journalists came up from London with open arms. They came to see events, and they said they're going to give you a glowing report when they go back to London, and didn't. And they made money from it. People did it deliberately because Londoners wanted to hear negatives. Like what happens, people like to see negatives. You see black people in negative roles, not to see them in leadership roles. And right now I'm doing a leadership job. The leadership job, I'm raising the prestige. And I had forward thinking from a long time ago. I had a visionary from 1981 that realized African culture had been debased, and any other culture, the Brazilian culture, Afro-Brazilian, African Caribbean culture, African American culture, had been debased. And if you don't raise these up, these cultures, the African Caribbean, Afro-Brazilian, what happens is you can't use them as a tool to say, I want to use tap dancing to develop a person's character, for example, tap education. Do you know what I'm saying? Or reggae dancing. jungle, garage, because all these were perpetuated as negatives by the elite, by people in position where they could use that position of leadership to make sure that you're demeaned and demoralized. Blue UK Jazz Dance out.